Hey there everyone, No DM the Boy here coming at you with an impromptu video for Akira Toriyama. So on March 1st he passed away and we just found out about it today, last night-ish. It's very devastating to be honest. I really wasn't prepared, no one was. But for those who don't know, Akira Toriyama is the creator of Dragon Ball. So losing him has been pretty felt throughout the weeb nerd community because of how much Dragon Ball has actually influenced all of us anime fans in America, especially. Because without it, most of us would not be into like anime, manga. Like it's the true like number one gateway into like that aspect. Because during my childhood specifically, I think Dragon Ball was actually the very first anime I watched more fighting animes. I love like watching it with my brother. I loved watching it with my cousins. It was a big family thing too. Like we would watch Dragon Ball every Saturday or whatever during the tsunami. Like it's devastating to lose him. Like I remember vividly the trailer for Bardock, the father of Goku, and being so excited to watch that movie, just because I had no idea Goku had parents. I was like, Goku has a dad, and then we watched it, and we were like, oh crap, this, like Dragon Ball is just amazing. Like you could say what you want about Super and all that, but like OG Dragon Ball was amazing because the writing, he had to keep that going like pronto. Like you have to actually give him some credit for this, because he tried to end Dragon Ball like very early on. He tried to end it like I think the earliest he tried to end it was Frieza. He wanted it over by Frieza, but then they kept going because it was so popular. And then he tried to end it during Cell. So Goku was actually supposed to stay dead during the Cell saga, but then they said keep it going. And then Goku was supposed to still stay dead during the Majin Buu saga. But then people were like, really wanted Goku back. Let's just say that. And then he had to like write that in, like bring him back to life and have him save the day rather than his kids. Because originally, I think it was supposed to be like Gotenks and Gohan were just supposed to take him out, Majin Buu. But he became so popular, like Goku's demand for return was like so enormous that he had to write him back to life. And I was like, dang. I prefer if he stayed dead, but popularity. But anyways, that's not what this video is about. It's about just celebrating and honoring this man that was taken too early from us. It's it's honestly very devastating. If you need anyone to talk to or if you want to grieve on the channel, like just let me know, like in the comments, like like your favorite Dragon Ball moments. Let's have discussions actually. Like, how do you feel about Dragon Ball? Like, like I was actually playing Fusion World when I heard the news, and I got my first rank win against Broly with my starter deck Vegeta deck, and I'm like, I felt lit because it wasn't just a starter deck. He actually had a meta build. I barely won that actually. I had to combo my whole hand. So when I won, I heard the news and I was just so like down after that. Like earbuds and the videos, like we're all going through it, especially like all of us. Like it just bring up a lot of feelings about mental health and grieving and a lot of baggage. So when you're not alone. Like Toriyama is in Otherworld watching over us with not Genkai. I was supposed to say Genkai, King Kai. But yeah, he's watching over us. He's in Otherworld. He did his part. Like like I was very excited for his future projects too, like Daima and stuff. Those are up in the air right now. I don't think they're dead, but they're in a sketchy situation right now because he didn't finish them. But that doesn't matter either, really. Like they could die, and it wouldn't matter because I it's just sad that he's gone. Like I mean, hopefully, objectively, he could those works continue. But if he didn't finish them, and there's no way to finish them, then it's okay if they just don't come out. It's like I know the family is grieving really hard for him. It took him a week to even tell us because of the privacy. It's all good. Like Dragon Ball really did inspire a lot of us. I used to write lots of short stories about Dragon Ball actually. Like some of my earliest writings, I'm a writer. Like have been short stories in elementary all the way to like high school about Dragon Ball. Literally, I'd write like scenarios about my friends and I just in the Dragon Ball world fighting like Frieza, Cell, Majin Buu, like fighting alongside Goku and stuff. I'd just change up the story to add us in there, and then we'd be fighting alongside Goku and friends. We'd be one of the Z fighters, you know, like, and most of us would be Saiyans because why not? Nobody wanted to be a Namekian, but yeah, even that as it's devastating. But yeah, he did inspire a lot of us. Even Rival had to message me and was all like, "He's gone." I'm like, "He's the one who told me." Actually, oh my god, I was like, "What? What do you mean?" Devastated. And I just got a couple thumbnails done too for Fusion World, like custom ones, and they look really good. It's just really like I'm tearing up actually, like talking about them. It's like when we lost Takahashi Sensei with Yukio all over again. Like just talking about it, it's just like I need to watch like History of Trunks, Bardock, Father Goku, Broly movies, anything Dragon Ball. Like honestly, I just need to watch them and just cry, and it's gonna be a rough weekend, y'all. Truly. But if you need to talk, if you need to like talk about your favorite Dragon Ball moments, anything, like just hit up the comments. You know, let's grieve together. You know, let's talk about how many times Goku has died and resurrected with the Dragon Balls. Honestly, like the funny thing about that trope is like most of those deaths are supposed to be permanent. Like Goku was, like I mentioned earlier, Goku was supposed to stay dead during the Cell Saga. I think Vegeta was supposed to stay dead during the Majin Buu saga because they weren't planning to bring him. I don't think they were planning to bring him back until they planned to bring Goku back. Or yeah, so I think Vegeta was supposed to stay dead permanently too. Yeah, maybe Krillin was supposed to stay permanently dead because they were supposed to end it at the Frieza saga, but then they got the Dragon Balls, so I don't know, maybe not. I don't know. Like, Future Gohan is the only permanent death that I really like think should works because he didn't come back to life at all, and it works with Future Trunks' like character development. It's the writing's very good for Dragon Ball. It's very underrated. People just hate on it because it's Dragon Ball and it's one of the '90s anime, and it's oversaturated in the market because of the whole Super. And the card game just came out digitally and physically. You know, like there's a new one. Like, dang, I'm gonna keep playing Fusion World for Toriyama. I was kind of on the fence about that game, but now I'm like, yeah, I have to keep playing it because I was playing it like hardcore out in rank. I won one game against Broly. Then Gohan beat my butt. Honestly, I was actually pretty close to beating Gohan. He just came back really strong because of what Gohan can do. I'm like, yeah, I need to build this. But yeah, I was playing hardcore because of Toriyama. I was grieving, and then after I was done in game mode, I kind of fell apart because I was in the mindset of playing the game. I had to focus with the movements and stuff, and then after I was done playing, it hit me like all at once. Like I was real legit kid, like future Kid Trunks, like grieving, crying. Like I legit couldn't stop. Like I'm still kind of tearing up right now. But yeah, like y'all, like just reach out. Like I know we're all suffering. Like I've seen a lot of my friends are like speaking up about their childhoods and video games and reading the manga, Budokaya. Like, man, Budokaya. I wish I had access to Budokaya. Honestly, I'd play Budokaya all over again. Like playing with my uncle growing up too. Like he even played Dragon Ball, and I'm like, man, Goku. Like my dad actually used to stay up with me and watch Dragon Ball GT, like for Adult Swim Toonami, and that's like, wow, this is pretty surreal that he's gone. And I mean, Toriyama wasn't involved with GT anyway, but like, still, it's still, or at least he wasn't heavily involved. I have to relook, I have to remember, but I know he wasn't like. That's why it's kind of considered not canon because he wasn't involved really with it. But yeah, he was supposed to take a more active role too. Like it's devastating that it's not working out that way. Man, this childhood keeps slipping away. Like, ah! You know, like just a Dragon Ball scream for him. That was for Toriyama. I'd keep going, but I'm not a voice actor. I'm not like that guy. I can't do it. Otherwise, I'd try to do a Super Saiyan 3 scream for like 3 minutes straight. See, I'm already dying just from talking. Yeah, I'm falling apart now, so I think I'm going to wrap up the video. All right, thank you all so much for watching. Yeah, I'm falling apart. I'm gonna wrap it up. All right, but stay safe, y'all. If you need a safe space, let me know in the comments. But yeah, until we meet again in another world. Akira Toriyama, rest in peace, man. Thank you for an amazing childhood. Thank you. Thank you for Goku. All right. No, the MAA is gonna log off before I cry even harder. All right. Okay. All right. Bye, y'all.